What's up, guys? It's fucking shit-faced sober. We're out here. It's Monday. Jeff N, 13 years sober.
I'm Kyle. I got a little over a year.
EJ.
Yeah, I have 2.5 years.
Fucking EJ, dude. I've seen him coming around. I'm going to praise you right now, okay? So we all go to the same men's meeting out here, and I've seen EJ greeting guys when I moved here a year ago.
That's right.
And you do the dirty work. You greet guys, you're loud in meetings, you share, you tell the fucking truth, you curse, you bring your child to the meeting because, like, that's what you got to do to stay sober.
Yeah, because also I fought for the last 2 years to get her. I have full custody of her.
Yeah. And I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And
Good feeling, I'm sure.
Yeah. When I first met you, like, you know, sometimes you see guys come in the program or come in the rooms and, like, you could tell they still got that roughness on them, like sandpaper. You felt like sandpaper when I met you, and I was like, I don't know if this guy's going to fucking make it. And you fucking made it, dude, and I'm so proud.
Bro, I've been getting counted out since the beginning.
Same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody thought any of us would say sober.
Yeah, 100%. Start with my family.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, everybody counted me out because it was a DCF case, and I had a criminal case as well. And
what was the criminal case for?
Possession.
Oh, that's easy. That's a simple boy.
Yeah, well, not with my record.
Yeah,
you know
I know,
what
but like for the most part, you get a possession charge, and like usually you're just like,
I'm like, I wasn't even stressing it because when I'm like, oh, when they got me, I'm like, oh, I'm getting paper.
it's not like
I'm
you
good.
blacked out and like stole a goat and then filmed it, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
with it.
no, that was only on. That's only on certain holidays, you know.
Honestly, like one sober, like 8 years sober, I was gonna have I had a 4th of July party, and I was really trying hard to buy a goat on Craigslist.
Okay.
And I was gonna name the goat Tom Brady because Tom Brady's the fucking goat.
He's the goat.
And I was gonna get him a card, like a little tag that said Tom Brady. And then people don't know this, but goats like drinking beer. So I was gonna get this goat to just pound beers all day on 4th of July, and then I was gonna set him loose into this like really ritzy multi-million-dollar neighborhood. I was just gonna let him go at the end of the day and like give him his freedom. You know what I mean?
A wasted goat.
Like a genie, give him his. You got the wishes.
Yeah,
and then like here you go.
I was the genie. The goat was Tom Brady, drunk, and he's out running around headbutting people. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
I was gonna hope that he'd start headbutting people. Right. But I found a goat for $40. If you're out there, you can buy a goat for $40. I mean, that could turn into a hustle. I think there's a lot of people out there willing to pay like $80 to $100 for a goat on like a holiday. So like, if you want to start flipping goats, you can. Okay.
Oh, especially here, man, out in Hastings and
Yeah, they had them on Craigslist for like
$250.
$250.
Like people are buying goats now and just put them out in their pastures just for lawnmowers.
Right.
Oh, also lawnmower, but also like you
Yeah,
probably
man.
get some type of like agricultural tax benefit
I'm
by
sure
having a goat.
fertilizer does everything. You know what I mean?
How about a community goat?
I
want to
have
community goat.
I want to have the monopoly on goats here. Like that's what I want to
Yeah.
have. Like let's be the goat monopolist, like the Rockefeller of goats.
And dude, you can use it for multi-purpose things. You know, the goat cheese you can sell to the fancy restaurants.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, you could just
goat
you
milk.
know. But either way, so let's go into your fucking story, dude. You're fucking staying sober. You got 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Everyone counted you out, including myself. I'm open about it. I'll tell you to your
fine.
face. Like when I met you, I was like, damn, EJ's like sandpaper. You know,
I'm rough, dude.
But you rough. But I love it. Honestly, I think you have the most flavor of anyone in our meeting.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. There's some heavy hitters there. You as well, Kyle. But I just try to be authentic.
You're yourself.
Myself, you know what I'm saying?
Unapologetically.
Well, yeah, I'm loud, dude.
Yeah,
And
one of
everything.
the first things I've heard about, like a lot of like old timers say, like they can point out the newcomers in there because their legs always shaking, right?
Yeah.
And whenever I saw EJ, he talks, his legs shaking. I'm like, oh shit. But then after being in here for a year with you, I'm like, oh, that's just him, man. And because it's a passion, you know what I mean? And
I think
that's
he's
a real
jacked
thing.
up on energy drink.
Coffee is a lot to do with it, and man, I'm just happy that I have a life now that I would never even thought of. Because without sobriety, dude, I'd be dead.
Okay.
Right? You know, straight up.
Let's bang on that fucking story real quick. EJ, how old are you?
I'm 38.
38 fucking years old.
38,
How old were you when you got sober?
36, 35.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So when the day before you got sober, how bad was it? I don't want to hear like super details, but like, were you in jail? Did you just get out?
Oh no, I was living 2 blocks from here, staying in a trap house that I turned into a trap house.
And what were you doing in there? What kind of drugs?
All the hardcore stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
like what? Name it.
Meth, heroin, smoking crack.
Okay.
You
And
know,
were you like
drinking-
looking like shit, like a dirty?
Oh yeah. Well, I was coming off a run.
What do you think you smelled like?
I didn't smell that bad.
If you had to compare yourself to something.
I didn't smell that bad. I probably had
That's
a
a good
day's worth.
answer.
I probably had a day's worth of clothes on though. Like,
Okay, so you smelled like a mostly black banana.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Fair.
Man, maybe some from under the cheese was kicking. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and then what happened? When did the light go off and you're like, I need to get sober?
I just didn't want to do it no more, man, and I was scared that I was going to lose my daughter.
So what'd you do?
I dragged my ass down to the Serenity Club, dude. 2 blocks. I walked down there, and I messed up, and I was going to AA because I'm not really alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm more of an addict. And then I was sitting in that meeting. I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, I was talking to this guy. I said, I'm not really an alcoholic, man. I'm an addict.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it was at 5:30. It was at 5 o'clock. I went down there on a Wednesday. On Wednesday, they have NA meetings. I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, oh, welcome to NA. I'm like,
There it is.
there
God.
it is. I'm like, okay. I looked up. I'm like, that's some God shots.
And that was the last time you used, was before that meeting.
The day before.
Good shit.
So that day I woke up sick,
Yeah.
hurting, and I was just tired, man. Because I was.
Were you on
I was-
parole?
No, I was fighting a court case.
Okay, tight.
I was fighting.
Okay,
I
cool.
just caught the charges. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm like, I can't do this again, dude.
How long until you got a sponsor?
2 weeks. No. So
Quick answers. You got to be quick on these, EJ.
okay.
How long? 2 weeks?
My sponsor now. It took me 3 months to get him.
Awesome.
But I went through 4 of them. They fired 2 of them. Relapsed on me.
Okay.
And then the last one, he took off on me. And the one I have now, he's stuck with me, man.
Dope.
He's
And you got 2 years. There it is.
2.5 years. Yeah.
And what's your life look like today, bro?
Oh, it's a lot. It's amazing. It's
Detail. Fuck the words amazing and shit. Tell me, you got your own place.
okay.
You got a truck. You got. That's what people want to hear.
details.
People want to hear like,
so
oh,
I
I hate
have
these
full
words.
custody.
Amazing
I
and
have
all
full
that shit.
custody. I live at a sober house. I'm about to buy my own house. I have a great job, and it's all because of AA. And I have amazing men and women in my life that showed me the path. And without that, I'd still be slinging dope on a corner somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's
Honestly.
real.
We got a lot of people that comment in here like, oh, marijuana saved my life. I was addicted to crack and started smoking weed. And like, I applaud that. Like,
good for
honestly,
you.
switching from crack
for
and
you.
heroin and meth and
Yeah.
fentanyl to weed is definitely a step down. It's kind of like switching from cigarettes to vape, right? Like, it's a better
Right.
choice. But
Not the solution.
the reality is that like I would have never got the life skills that I've got from fucking AA, like how to make money, how to be self-supportive, how to be a good husband, how to be a good brother, how to be a good son, how to be a good friend. I would never have had as much fun because of all the shit that I've done in AA if I just chose to smoke weed, because the truth is I wouldn't have been included, because in order to fucking have that experience spiritually, you need to be completely sound of mind and completely abstinent of all mind altering fucking chemicals.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't have a conversation when you're always zoned out on some edibles or something.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a connection. Like there's something that's missing. And like at the end of the day, I love weed. I love when people are high around me. I love when people take bong rips in front of me. Smoke your joints, smoke your bubblers, take your dab, take your edible. I want it all. I want to watch it. My mouth will start drooling. But I know that if I do it, I'm going to start selling it, and then I'm going to start selling other shit because it's
Yeah.
way more lucrative.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go back to fucking jail, and I'm going to lose all my friends. I'm going to lose my credibility, my self-respect, and I won't be as clear, because if I use once anything, I'm going to use it all the fucking time.
Yeah, becoming dependent on something, and then you're switching it. It's better.
You're just trading up, I think.
Exactly.
You're just trading up from one for
Well, it's
the
like
other.
you're taking a crutch.
Right.
It's like, okay, cool. It's like being on methadone for the rest of your life or being on Suboxone. Like, you know what? Marijuana is the same, and it prevents you from being fully fucking present. And like most of the people that are commenting on there, like, oh, marijuana saved my life. I am okay with that. That is fucking cool. Maybe you weren't as bad as an addict as we were,
Yeah.
but the reality is that if you took marijuana out of your life, I can guarantee you would be more successful, because you're going to be more present and you're going to have more energy and drive to complete things. Maybe your goal isn't to be wealthy, or your goal isn't to fucking have a big life financially. Your goal isn't to accomplish things. Maybe you just want to chill at home and be at peace and eat food and fucking float through life. Dope. Smoke weed. But if you want the bigger shit, it's going to take focus and drive, which marijuana takes away.
Yeah, me walking in, I had to do it all from ground zero, dude. I couldn't even have conversations right, man. when I walked into the rooms. I was so angry and mad, and mostly at myself.
I can imagine you look like a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of my nicknames when I was a kid, bro. Was Taz, because I just fuck shit up.
Like a hurricane coming in.
Coming through, dude. I was just coming angry. And I black out, and I'll just go wild, dude.
You still angry? Okay, so this is a great topic too. A lot of people get sober and they still have anger. You know
Oh,
what I
I had
mean?
anger for a while, man, but I had to work through my emotions, dude.
How'd you get rid of the anger?
Year therapy.
Oh, therapy.
Yeah,
Tight.
I had to do it, man. I believe in it, dude.
I
How about
believe
the
in it too.
steps? Steps work like getting to the root of the cause and
Yeah,
why you're
well,
feeling these feelings, ego and pride.
It
and,
was just I got to the 4-step, and I didn't really like what it was when I told somebody else, and then I had to deal with issues, man, trauma, PTSD, all that goodness, and I had to get it out, dude. And I had to tell somebody. Trust is a big thing because I've been screwed over so much
Right.
in my life. Everybody I trusted, I thought were my friends, just took advantage of me. Took
Oh yeah, we all have.
yeah,
I mean,
that
that's
fifth
the thing
step.
too.
That fifth step is a game changer.
Yeah. And then also, man, I believe in therapy. I truly do. That helped me a lot. But I don't want, I refuse to take medication because when I was a kid, I was a test subject for
Yeah.
Ritalin.
100%.
I was a candidate straight up. I have ADHD, dude. So
Yeah.
now I get super focused and super on to the point when I'm on. You know what I mean? And I want it and I'm going to get it no matter what.
That's a desire.
Yeah.
That's a desire, and I believe that. That's
Get hyper focused on
Yeah.
it. And then, but if I don't want to do it, bro, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not even lifting a finger to do it. You know what I mean? I might tell you, maybe.
Yeah.
But really, it's like, no. You know what I mean? The conversations.
So after working those steps, so you well, how was that feeling for you? Like a freeing feeling? Did you feel like something was released, like other than therapy? You know, like helping you work through some problems when you work those steps.
Oh
Like,
yeah. So the 5th step, dude, I did my 5th step in the rain over by the Shores boat ramp, and I had the meditation stuff for an hour and everything. It was drizzy like today, and it was the greatest feeling I ever had in my
Right.
life. You know what I mean? It's just I just felt high on life. I have never had that feeling besides being injected with it. You know
How
what I mean?
long
Yeah.
did it take you to finish your all 12 steps?
Do I finally got my sponsor, my sponsor now? Because I always get to my other sponsors got to 4, and they dip on me, dude, or they fire me. You know,
Right.
'cause I'm a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a lot, man. And but that's one took me about 6 to 8 months. So
Okay, that's a good time. It took me
Yeah.
14 months.
you know what I mean?
Right?
I just
Kyle's on.
I'm still on
13
step 4.
months, and he's,
Yeah.
he's not there yet.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, fuck it, dude. All I care about is like someone on the other end of this fucking thing. If it's one fucking person, I mean, like, granted, like we've had like over 1 million people look at our shit, which is fucking dope. But
that's
like,
awesome.
yeah, I know.
Dude, I'm so glad that y'all are doing this, dude. I'm so pumped. I'm like, and me to be a part of it.
Like the truth is, okay, big other thing too, right? Let's get
Big
into another
podcast
second.
guy.
I think we're all becoming more podcast people.
Yeah.
But I don't even like the word podcast. I think we should call it a show, like the Shitface Sober Show.
Oh, I'm with it, dude. We can
Right?
make we
The
should
show.
jugglers in here, bro.
Yeah,
So-
we got juggler,
Yeah.
we got midget. We're gonna have like a little, little.
As long as you know
trampoline.
clowns, bro, and we're good. I have a fear of clowns, bud.
So this is one of the things.
lot of
is
people
like,
do.
One of the
creepy.
fucking big tenets is I was struggling. It's like we do a lot of talking about like war stories and drugs and alcohol, and like we talk about it, and like some people could confuse it like we're glamorizing it, but like the
Yeah.
reality is that we're not. Like I think all of that behavior that I had in the past and we had in the past was like gross, but at the end of the day, it was real. There is not a single fucking person watching this show that hasn't have a family member or a friend that's been a drug user or an addict or an alcoholic. Everyone has had someone in their lives that do it. And if you normalize the conversation where it's like, okay, people do it, we're in acceptance of it, rather than you're disgusting, I'm ashamed of you, or I'm ashamed of your behavior, they're way more likely to come at you with when they have a problem in the beginning, rather than keeping it a secret, boom, overdose. And now you lose your loved one. When there is a fucking answer, the answer is you come to people like us and we'll show you how to fucking stay sober because we've done it ourselves and
Right.
someone showed us. So stop fucking shaming everyone. And this is none of your fucking business. If you don't use drugs, that's fucking awesome. If you just want to watch and, cool.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny you say that. It's shaming people. The past week and from Thursday to Saturday, I've had 4 people come over to my past that they're out still running and gunning, and I look at them and I have no despair in the heart. Like I'm like, you all right? They're like, you're like, yeah. I said, you tired? Are you tired yet? And he said, when you're tired, I can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
good.
said-
I get
I mean,
chills thinking about that.
And I'll help
That's
you.
that spiritual
People-
experience.
And people were like, won't even talk to them, just walk by them. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm like, those are my people. I belong in the trenches. That's
Right.
where I started. That's where I believe. I help people like now, the house I live in, dude. I got 7 other dudes that look up to me as like an example. You know what I mean? I helped start the first men and children house in Florida.
Oh, so there's men come with their children in
Yeah.
the house. That's fucking dope, EJ.
Yeah, dude. I fought
that's
too.
good
How do you guys fund? Is there like donations? Or
It's
how
an
does it go?
Oxford house.
Okay.
So it's all self-supporting. Like there's rent.
Okay.
And then we pay once a month. We have a weekly meeting on a Sunday. Any day you pick it, but we sit down. We pay all the bills.
Nice.
You have to come every week. So there's stipulations and rules you have to be by. You know what I'm
Tight.
saying? But we pay for everything. We pay our own rent. We pay
You
our
drug
own bills.
test everybody weekly?
Well, if
If you suspect.
you suspect, like anybody in the house could pop it at any moment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. We all go off behaviors.
How often does it happen?
We just drug tested 2 guys, but they just came in. But another guy we popped about a week and a half ago just because he just wasn't acting right.
What was he taking?
He passed it, but it was
You could tell.
yeah.
It's
He
holding,
faked
that's
it.
a holding
was
of,
off.
yeah, holding
Something was off.
people accountable. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of
Well,
accountability.
there's this like
Dude,
fucking
we-
thing when you get a good house of dudes.
Oh, dude,
like,
we have a
you
solid
don't
house now.
want to fuck you don't want to
No,
fuck the
dude.
fabric up with a bad apple because like when
It's so easy to do,
there's like because we're like I think as addicts we're all super easily influenced.
100%.
Right. So like if you get a cool guy in there and he's like working a good program and shit, and then you get another cool guy, everyone's working a program, then you guys praise each other. Oh, did you do your 5th step? Oh, you met with your sponsor. Oh,
Yeah.
you went to a meeting. Oh, do you need a ride to a meeting? Oh, do you want to go do this fun sober activity? And like everyone just thrives on that fucking positive energy.
Right.
But then you get one bad apple in there,
fuck this.
that's
I
like
don't wanna do this.
glamorizing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe this is for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Then leave.
Yeah, you're bringing down the feng shui of the house.
You need
bud.
to leave, bro.
Well, I really want to go over this story too, and try to make it quick as possible. Like this is one of the why I love you so much, EJ, is that there was a guy in your house and he was messing up, and you gave him chances. You kicked the guy out, and I used to work with this guy, and then he was still struggling, right? And then he came back to it, and now you're sponsoring this guy.
Yeah, man,
You know
well-
what I mean? Like you kicked him out of a sober house. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't doing the right thing, and
Right.
then now you're sponsoring a guy, and he's doing the right thing.
Is that kind of like how the one guy like was an attorney and then or he was a district attorney and he put the guy in jail
Yeah.
and now the guy he put in jail is his sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a great story. Yeah, so you're sponsoring a guy that you kicked out of your sober
Yeah, I
living.
did because he wasn't doing the right thing, man.
Right.
Like there's rules. Like it's real simple, dude. Like if you want to do it, let's be all in. And like we'll help you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're never alone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody in that house is there for a reason because clearly we couldn't do things right.
Right.
So everybody he could talk to at any given moment, but he was messing up, dude, and we had to hold him accountable. And he popped on a drug test, and you got to go. It's #1 rule. Oh, second chances? No. You got to go right now. You know what I mean?
tough love.
It is, man, because everybody needed that. Dude, everybody got stripped from me when I finally decided.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I was facing another prison sentence. I lost my child. Like nobody ever turned around. My bosses didn't want me around. Everybody that I thought were my friends, like, screw you, we're gone.
Right.
We're not hanging out with you, dude. You're too wild.
So how did this guy come back into your life, though? You know what I mean? Like, did he come back to you, or did you like?
Oh, I saw him at the meetings, and then he finally came up to me and asked me for me to be a sponsor, and I'm like, yeah, dude, not a problem. I'll do it, but just I'm expecting you to do the work.
Right.
It's real simple.
How long has he been sober now?
He just got 7 months.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
doing
dude,
really good.
He's fucking taking off, dude, and he's just like me. I'm always more subjected to go to people that need a little extra more help because, as everyone knows, I need a little extra more help. You know what I mean? I'm a special kind of person.
Yeah.
You know what I
We're
mean?
all special.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm a little, I'm intense.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm down, but like I understand how to talk to that person, right? Because
Yeah, that's amazing.
You ever been to prison, EJ?
twice,
Prison? How long?
2 years each time,
Oh, wow. Did you get released early or you did the full 2?
full 2.
Oh, wow. Okay. What was your favorite part of prison and the least favorite part of prison?
Favorite part of prison is leaving.
Okay.
and the least favorite part of prison is being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do they have like pancake Sundays and like?
Oh,
that
you
kind
know
of
what?
shit?
The best part, the best meal was
Yeah.
called chicken on the bone Friday.
Okay.
And then
Every
they had-
Friday.
Every Friday, chicken on the bone.
Was it fried chicken?
It was baked chicken.
Okay.
It'd been chicken on the bone, dude. It's the only kind of meat you got there.
Were you
Oh,
playing? Were you
wow.
playing spades for other people's chicken?
Oh, dude, no,
Did you-
we gamble though.
Yeah.
You don't gamble your chicken, dude.
That's some people will do that.
They will do that.
Yeah, they will.
Off rip, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the most fucked up story you saw in prison? Like the most fucked up prison story you got?
Like, as of like, we can get really weird.
No, get weird, get
Yeah.
angry, get whatever the fuck.
So
most,
we used to have Friday night fight nights.
where
Oh,
guys
no
would just
shit.
fight each other.
Well, yeah, in the back. So I was at next to FSP, in a work camp, and there used to be the old death row, and the cells had back doors, patios on them, and we go back there and
A little blind spot.
well, no, it's a back door, like the shower is a patio, and that's where you're getting it in.
No
And,
cameras though back there.
Nothing.
Yeah,
No
that's what I'm
cameras.
saying. It's a blind spot.
So
Yeah.
every Friday night, man, you're about there. You're gonna handle some
I can
business.
see you as the bookie. You know what I mean? I don't know. Were you in
Nah,
there
man, I was
doing-
nah, dude. There's more to that because you start getting into money.
Was there a
dude.
lot of gangs and shit in there?
Where I was at,
And the camps probably not because it's low security.
Yeah, it's camps. Everybody's just now. You people click up and stuff. Like it was more like cities.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying?
like when I mean, I only went to county jail, but like when I went to rehab to like prepare to go to jail, like there was guys in prison or like just got released from prison in there, and so they gave me like the whole runabout. Like if you're facing going to county jail, it's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah, it's easy,
You know
dude.
what I mean? You're just chilling. Just make sure that you get money on your books and make sure
Yeah.
that like you got your family.
you don't want to
that
owe
can call.
nobody nothing,
You don't
man.
want to owe no money,
No.
nothing. You're gonna need some money to like give it to your fucking compound rep or your reps to make sure that you get the nicest clothes and the pillow.
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
always slide them some stuff. Dude.
You
Like,
got to
you know?
trade the guys that have no family and no money,
Exactly.
right? Those are the guys you got to take care of
Those
because if you
hustles, man.
take care of them, they got nothing, so they got nothing to lose, and they're going to get your back.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the guys you bred out. That's what I was taught. I also taught. Someone told me to bring some stuff in with me, so I
Oh yeah,
learned
did
how to do
oh,
that.
you keistered it,
I
bud?
keistered some
Hey,
shit.
hey, man, it happens.
It was 2 chapstick tubes. I like basically took 2 chapstick tubes. I used hot water, got all the chapstick out, and then I used the chapstick tubes as like
Did you
little,
enjoy that?
little spaceships. No, I didn't enjoy it, but I'd watch those shows on A&E about like a mule. Her thing exploded
in
and
it.
she
Yeah,
died.
that's always made me nervous.
So
Yeah.
like the day before I turned myself into jail, I like experimented just to make sure that
Was
if I
this
was going to get
county? You just went to county?
just went to county.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I experimented and I like, practiced the keister.
Oh, yeah?
And then because I was like, if it's going to explode in me and I'm going to die, I'd rather it be on like my terms,
Yeah,
like
not,
out in the world.
not in a jail.
Not in a county jail hospital. Right. So anyways, it was successful nonetheless. But and like 2 chapstick tubes are very small. It's like smaller than the diameter of a chapstick tube is smaller than the diameter of my Duke. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
hey.
So like it wasn't like
It's okay. It's easy.
there was
It's
no
like a
weird
finger.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's a
know?
finger.
It was
You're
even less.
justifying
I
it
got a
right
pretty
now.
big
I
finger.
get it. Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
It's all right, dude.
Right. Okay.
Did you
So
milk
back
your
to
prostate? It's
okay.
all right.
Did anybody? Okay. Did people have drugs in prison?
Oh, it is. There's drugs all over prison.
How did
man.
they get them?
Oh man, they have things worked out, man. People are paid.
Okay, but like just like was it drones? Was it tunnels? Was
no,
it
it was people were bringing them out
baseballs?
because we were at a work camp. So you
They had weekenders.
No. And I was at a work camp in prison. So like you go out the gate and work, and
Okay.
then people drop things off, and then when you come.
How
back
did you
in-
pay people for stuff?
Canteen usually, but now it's I haven't been in prison in over 11 years, so a lot of things
good.
has changed. A lot of things have changed.
So you're young. You were like 27 in prison.
I was 23 my first time.
Being young in prison sucks because
Oh,
like
yeah.
people look at like they're like you're the guy that's going to do the dirty work. You're the guy
yeah.
that's going to hold the fucking weapon. You're the guy that's going to fucking.
That's why when I got there, man. I'm like, all right, what's this fight night thing about? All right, come on, let's go.
Oh, you
So
went. You got in.
I
Got involved.
into it. I got into it because I'm like, man, I know this is going to happen. I'm going to be called out. I'm like, no, but I've been going in and out of programs since I was 14 years old, dude. I wasn't.
So you were in like CYP, like the youth program, and
Yeah, dude. I've been in a juvenile
CYA.
program since I was 14. My very first time, dude, going for a juvenile program in
Okay,
Jacksonville.
so you got out of prison. You went on parole for what, like 3 years or something like that?
No, dude. That's why I did my whole term because I wasn't going to do.
Parole.
Nope.
Because you're gonna fail. Like
Oh,
most
1%.
people, the recidivism rate on a person that's on parole, it's like they're looking to
1%.
nail you. It's like
1%.
having a fucking Inspector Gadget on your ass. Like
Oh yeah,
with a
always,
magnet.
dude. Dude, first time ever. It's funny. I'm 38 years old. I just finished 2 years probation. First time ever in my life.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So-
that's awesome.
Because every time before that, I'm like, I was the prime candidate. You're not going to make
Yeah,
it.
that's another thing too. It's like people out there saying that like, oh, I want to get off drugs, but I still want to be able to smoke weed. If you're on probation, you can't fucking do that, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the truth. Like you got to go full clean and like it'll benefit you because
Yeah.
now you're fucking not worried about your stash or driving with shit or driving under the influence and all this fucking shit you got to worry about just because I want to relax at night. Like I can promise you that short, reward of relaxing because of cannabis versus the long reward of not having to worry and not having to slip up and being able to be productive and being able to be present the entire time and get your life back and make up for the time that you fucking lost the reward for this is way higher than the little tiny bit of relief that you're going to get from the cannabis. I believe in cannabis as a medical fucking thing, 100%.
It does
but
help.
like not for somebody that's a true addict or that's on probation or parole. Like you need to be working on getting your life back, and you can have no fucking distractions.
Right. You just made a good point too about the driving under the influence. So a lot of people will argue, "Oh, well, I got my card." Like whenever I got on probation like 4 years ago, I was about to get my card because I was allowed to get my card, still smoke on probation now. It's allowed. So that's an excuse for people to continue
doing what you're
using.
doing.
You know what I mean? But you can't drive under the influence still, even with your card. You know what I mean? Like there's still laws to it. Like you're
I
setting
know
yourself,
a guy got a DUI for that.
yeah,
You
you're
got a
still
DUI for
setting
what? Oh, weed?
Driving high on
even
weed.
even if you got your card, it doesn't matter.
matter.
You still can't do that.
It's like
So-
operating machinery. You can't do that either.
Right.
Like a lot of jobs don't allow it, like construction, because you
They
got,
shouldn't, man. I'm a
Yeah.
business owner. If
Yeah,
fucking
my boss will do it
If
at all.
I got
He said,
a
"I don't care."
$250,000 piece of equipment, I'm not letting someone fucking high operate my equipment.
He's like,
Yeah.
even though you got a card and all, but for between the hours of so and so, sorry, it's not.
Right.
It's not allowed. So
Yeah,
if
people
you-
aren't
if you
using
can't
it.
wait 8 hours, 10 hours to smoke some weed, man.
Exactly.
You might start. You need to question yourself,
you
dude.
you might should get sober for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point. Like you got your card, right? And then you're using it, you're waking up and smoking because you got
Yeah,
your
the
card.
wake and bake, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Instead of using it as your medicinal purposes, like you have a certain amount you're supposed to be doing, or doctor's orders and stuff like that. No, people are abusing it. There's a way to abuse
Now,
everything.
I
these
know a
days.
couple people that have their cards and they use it just what they need to, and like they use it for pain
Well,
management.
they're not a fucking addict.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Right.
Only like
Pain management.
Only like 5% of the population has like the addictive fucking tendency,
Yeah.
right? It's 1 in 20 fucking people. So if you're out there, like I genuinely believe that if you gave 20 people, all different backgrounds, oxys or heroin or crack or whatever, I'd say like 90% of them are going to get addicted, right? To
Oh, yeah.
something, upper or downer. But only fucking one of those 20 people is going to like get so addicted that they fucking ruin their lives and they chase a fucking high their whole time. The other 20, they'll stop using, or the other 19 are going to stop using, and they're going to fucking go and smoke weed and life's good and like chill, drink wine, whatever. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that person that really will hijack a train just to go pick up a load, or like, do whatever, like some Mission Impossible shit, like to fucking get their high on.
Well, I was
That's
that 1%.
Yes.
When I was in my fight for my DCF case, for a whole solid year, I kept beating them with the piss test. They're like, "How are you doing this?" I'm like, "I'm clean." They're like, "You're not clear looking at you. You're not." I'm like, "On paper, I am." He's like, "Well, how
What were
are
you doing?
Oh, dude, I had the fake piss, bro. I had that thing on deck on me at all times.
I was going to be impressed if you had like gone to Mexico and got surgery and like had your bladder like
I've been to
replaced with
Mexico
like
for
a
surgery,
Ziploc
but
bag.
it's not for
You got a Ziploc bag implanted in you, and then you just filled it up with fake pee-pee, and then you went and peed out of a second wiener.
Yeah.
And then there it is.
Yeah.
That
Dude,
could have been a good one.
I was beating their test left and right, dude, and they couldn't figure
See,
it out.
what a stressful way to live though, too.
Oh, dude,
It's
yeah.
like, having to beat
$25
the
every
test,
2 days I needed to have on me at all times, dude.
having
You
to
know what I mean?
carry a fake pee bag around, or having to fucking drink those fucking clean out drinks.
Them
like, it's
drinks
so
don't work,
stressful.
man. I
They
was
don't
getting-
work.
They don't work, man. I was getting
why I
lab
got
tested,
popped.
dude.
And then they do hair tests. You know, you're
well,
bald, so you ain't got no
that's the
fucking
reason why I
hair. You
started
can
doing
pull
that.
my ass hair.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right? But like, what a stressful way to live. Like, what if let me ask a question. What if fully being present in your one journey on life was so fucking enjoyable because you worked hard to build a fucking life that was enjoyable, that you didn't need to take shit to fucking deal with these fucking issues that you have, right? I understand there's pain and shit, 100%.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that for general population, what if you built such a fucking dope life that you didn't need anything to escape it, that you only wanted to be fully present in that fucking life?
That's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm building a life that I'm truly amazed with.
I'm watching you do it, and I'm fucking
outstanding.
pumped because
Yeah.
you were doing it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of hard work, but listen, man, I take it like a piece of coal, bro. You want to make diamonds, you got to put under extreme
Pressure.
Yeah, that's good.
pressure, dude.
Good.
And then, dude, when you get to the finished product, it's the big old Hope diamond sitting right there. That's
Dude,
what I am, dude. I
value-
want
yeah.
to shine bright like a diamond.
And I can tell you're going to do it. Like, I already know, because you have what it takes. You're willing to take direction. You put in the fucking action. You're repetitive. You show up. You're consistent. Like, all of the things that make a successful person successful, you have. I used to think it was, this guy went to the right college, or this guy has the
Me
right
too.
fucking family,
Well, he
or
always had
this
the right
guy had
connections.
money.
Yeah.
No,
Just
bullshit,
drive.
dude. Because I had none of that. And it made me so insecure. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, your family, your friends, your college degree, you're fucking smarter. No, dude. I had nothing when I got sober.
Right.
And I've seen, and the reason I got something sober was because I talked to other guys that had nothing. I didn't go to the guy with a wealthy family to take direction because it's shit's not going to apply to me. I went to guys that were scrappy, that fucking built it themselves and said, how do you do this?
Well, those
And
guys
they
I
fucking
listen
told
to
me.
all the time because they'll give it to me raw like I need to,
Yeah.
straight up forward. They'll tell me exactly how to do it. And even though I like people to pat my ego at times,
Yeah.
the ones I talk to and listen gravitate the most were the dudes that cut me because
That's a good
Eventually
point.
they'll start patting your ego though.
Well, yeah. Well, here's a good point. So, you know, when you get sober, the problems don't go away, right? We still have to deal with our problems. And I had an issue the other day here at work where I needed to be checked, right?
Happens.
And I didn't want to hear it, but at the same time, so Jeff is my sponsor. Also, we have a friendship.
That's awesome.
When we had a business relationship, I did some work from in the beginning. And when I first went to him for a sponsorship, he looked at me. He said, "Look, we got a friendship. We got a business relationship. If you want me to be your sponsor, I don't want you to just call me your sponsor. You got to do the work, right? You're gonna have to take direction, you know." And I was all in. I told him I'm all in. So with that, you know, he came to me and he's like, "Bro, you got to check yourself, man. Your ego." Like, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dude." You know, like we're sitting here, we're having I was like, "Don't yell at me." He's like, "This is passion." You know what I mean? And that's the same fucking word that I used to use. So then he told me to go share about it later on, and then found out at a meeting, you know, 2 other guys went through the same thing with their sponsor that day about their ego getting checked. And that's the power of this program. Like, problems don't go away. You know what I mean? It is a lot of work, but the reward for it is so much better. You know what I mean? When you take direction from somebody that's been there, when you follow guys who, you know, like you working with these other guys, like I feed off of that. And it's just like, you know.
I had to take the direction, dude. My biggest problem was direction when I was a kid because I always had problems with.
You don't want to be told what to do.
No, I don't want to do it my way.
Right.
I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And
we don't like being told what to do.
And dude, I had to get it completely checked down.
But I
and brought
love
down.
being told what to do today. Honestly, I go to guys in my life that are fucking financially successful, or guys that are happily married, or guys that are fucking big, full lives and travel all over the world and that are free. And I literally want to tell them, here's my life, exactly how everything is. Run it for me.
Right.
And I'm willing to let them run it because I see what happens with guys that have experience and that really want the best for me. Like, there comes a level where like you attain enough shit and you attain enough prestige and self-esteem and satisfaction out of fucking, you know, your life. The only way to get high off of that is to help someone else do it. Right. And so I go to guys like that are there. That like literally they want nothing but for you to win. They're not competing with you.
That was the hardest thing for
Yeah.
me. That was the hardest for me to get the grips with because everybody that I've beat now, especially in our men's meeting, I have genuine friendship. I never had real friends when I was growing up. It was always, what can I get out of you? What can you give me? What can I give you?
And it's weird when you come in here and you're like, what does this guy
Yeah,
want
I was
from
so
me?
damaged and broken, dude. Like my walls were up so much, and I had to really just be nice and genuine care about
Or
somebody.
like give it up to, you know, higher power and say, like, I never told another man outside of my family I loved them until I got sober.
That's, dude, for the it's funny, I've moved into the sober house, bro. I hadn't told nobody that besides my mother. That's it. And my kids. And the guys thought it was funny moving into the sober house. They'd be like, man, I love you. I'm like, what? They're like, I love you. I'm like, bro, you're such a fag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why are you telling me this? He's like, just let it go, man. I
Yeah.
love you. I'm like, no, I'm out, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, I walk away, and they found it the most hilarious thing. Makes me uncomfortable.
Well,
You know
this
what
is
I mean?
funny because like I don't want
now-
to say these
but
two
now what?
things.
But now I'll go up to people. Now I'm like, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love you, bro. When I see people doing great things, you and my sponsees and other guys, I'm like, bro, you're killing it. You know what I mean? I love you, bro.
You're
You know
a
what I'm saying?
positive force in the fucking world today.
Yeah, dude. I've had people come up to me now because I've helped start this men's children's house, me to testify for them in court to say that please, I need your voice. I need you to come in and show me how this is done.
that's
and
incredible.
that's amazing to
Yeah.
me. People, always the one last person you want to come testifying for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you are discreditable as all get out. But now, like, people listen to you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
EJ,
nah.
stay sober, dude.
I'm like, nah, I'm just doing something people told me to do.
Well,
and
so-
I'm just trying to help you
But
out.
stay sober. Like, I really enjoy, like, what you're doing for the world today is like fucking good. It's the dirty work that no one wants to do.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. It's like dealing with with guys that have lost their kids. They're trying to get them back and like keeping them in a
They're
sober living.
damaged, bro. They are.
Like-
They're like the beaten, mangy dog that you could pull out from behind 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I bring them in, I give them a
The
bath.
raccoon in the dumpster.
Yeah, exactly. Or the prom night dumpster baby.
There's two
You know what I'm saying?
sayings. There's two sayings that I've adopted from you.
Yeah.
And I want you to say them. And I know that one of them. Yeah, I'll remind you of the second one because I haven't heard you say it in a while. But what's the one thing that you always tell people in your share?
Oh, dude, it costs absolutely zero to be a decent motherfucker.
Right.
Dude, I tell my daughter that. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, it costs absolutely zero to be a decent person.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have to be decent. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only people listen to people being decent. If you're just decent and nice, you never know what nobody's going through. You might help lift up their day.
Oh, so many
You know what I'm
times,
saying?
like, yeah, you just look at somebody that's being an asshole and I've tried dealing with them by giving them enough asshole back.
Yeah, me too.
And I love
was,
that.
That was my biggest defense mechanism. Like, oh, you want to be an ass? Oh, I'm about to turn to 12, bro. I'm
Yeah.
about to show you how to
And
really
what a
be an
real
asshole.
ass
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
just end up like they're like billy goats, like headbutting each other.
Like some rams. Just
Rams,
Going,
man. And like no one wins.
No, you just walk around with a hurting head.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
But
And,
then you
some other guy
try-
walks away with a girl. You know what I'm saying?
You try being a good person back to this person, like not only the respect you get from like the audience around because you're being a good fucking example, and people start to respect like a good person now. Like I believe that. Like there's so many people being assholes out there today that like being an asshole is the norm. So
Yeah, it
like,
is. It
people
truly is.
are gravitate towards, whoa, this is the anomaly. Like this guy's actually being a good human being. Like what the fuck? And then it becomes attractive again to be a good human being. And like I think that's a lot of the thing that society's missing is like being a good fucking person.
Right.
Yeah.
You or not being a complainer. Everyone's a fucking complainer.
Everybody
today.
complains about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody got so soft and so offensive about every little thing now.
Everything.
It makes this.
It hurts
And
my
I don't
feelings.
care.
It
I don't-
hurts my
good for you.
feelings.
Good feelings. Keep your feelings to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
didn't
mean?
ask about your feelings.
I didn't ask
asked
about
you-
your opinion.
I didn't care.
I don't want to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
I just want to hear some positive shit. And if you ain't got nothing, my mom used to say this, dude.
Yeah,
if you
it's
ain't
funny.
got nothing nice
Just
to
say,
say,
don't say nothing
nothing at all.
That's-
Yeah.
I think the whole world needs to fucking hear that right now.
Right.
If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Well, dude, it's the
You're
internet.
talking
man.
to yourself, man. Really.
Yeah.
it's the internet, man. It's a platform where you just go out and say, oh, the most horrendous shit, and there's no consequences. People forgot that when you used to say bad things back in the day, you get punched in the fucking face.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. You can say something bad on when I was a kid, bro. They punch you right in your mouth.
It is the internet, dude.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mean,
And
and
honestly,
now-
now you can't even punch someone in the mouth. Like before, you punch someone in the mouth, and the cops
was
would
okay.
come, and the cop would be like, "He deserved it. We're leaving."
Yeah, now you're
Cool.
both going to jail.
And now it's like you're both going to jail because
Yeah.
why? Because let's say that person pulled out a knife and shanked you, and the cops didn't arrest one of you guys. Now it's on the cops because they got to fucking worry about the liability of not doing enough.
Right.
It's all this bullshit. I mean, the truth is that like everyone got soft because everyone started suing each other and talking shit on the fucking internet.
Exactly. Became keyboard warriors, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
the little
Warriors.
bitches.
One of these.
Keyboard
You know what I
warriors,
mean?
man. They have their UFC gloves on while they're typing out the cuss words. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this guy. Watch this.
Yeah,
Nah, dude.
tons of people like you know what you can disagree with what the fuck we have to say here.
That's
That's
fine.
okay.
And that's
I
okay, though.
disagree with a lot of shit, and I don't go commenting on the shit. You know what I mean? It's just because I got better things to do with my fucking day. If you don't have better things going on than to comment on our shit, like disagreements and opinion changes and all that crap, fucking awesome. Like we paid a lot of money to build this fucking place and to launch this fucking thing. That's our fucking dream. Like go do your own fucking
Go
dream.
chase your dream, man. I don't
Go do your own fucking
Yeah,
dream.
my favorite thing is like, oh, they're letting anybody do podcasts these days. Like, yeah,
Go
Yeah,
do
pretty
one
much.
too.
doing your fucking self,
pretty
dude.
much, man. They will let anybody do a
Yeah.
podcast.
You could do anything you fucking
Yeah.
want, and I promise you that I'm not going to go on your shit and start talking shit on it.
Right.
I'm not. I will never go
Dude, I'm
comment
s-
negative shit on your stuff.
I'm,
you know.
I'm
I'm
glad that
applauding.
I'm glad y'all have a platform for us to speak out like this. You
Well,
know what I
open
mean?
up the normalize drug use. Everyone in America, I don't care. Like, look at Joe Biden's son, dog. That
Yeah,
fool's smoking
look at
crack
Joe
on
Biden.
camera.
Yeah,
You
with
know what I
hookers.
mean?
With
hooks.
hookers.
Everybody, like, let's just normalize the idea, not say it's okay, but normalize the idea that a lot of people have used hard drugs.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people that have used hard drugs will become addicts.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people will cause problems in their lives. And that there's an answer if you're open enough to fucking say you have a problem.
That's the biggest thing.
That's
the
it
thing.
right there.
The disconnect was people kept their problem a secret because of shame.
Yeah.
And then they never asked for help or asked for the
Right.
solution because of the shame. So if we get rid of the shame and just normalize that people do drugs, everyone is okay. Everyone accepts it. You know, everyone accepts it.
Well, dude, my biggest problem was that when I was growing up, dude, you kept things inside.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about it.
Don't tell the
You
neighbor.
Don't tell
Yeah.
nobody. This never happened. You know what I mean? And then my biggest hurdle to get over was being open and vulnerable. And now I think it's one of my biggest characteristics.
Oh,
Dude,
no doubt, no
when
doubt.
you
Like, very
ask for
first-
help,
yeah,
like
yeah.
asking for help is like the secret key now.
It is.
bro, that's
because
that
so
was the
few
difference
people-
maker for me.
If
Yeah,
some
me
guy
too.
calls me right now and says, "Hey Jeff, I'm starting a fucking podcast," or "Hey Jeff, I'm starting a studio," or "Hey Jeff, I'm buying my first Airbnb," or "Hey Jeff," he's asking me something that I know a lot about. I'm gonna fucking tell him for free, like
Right.
an earful,
Yeah.
free info.
Like, just because you want them to the benefit and
to avoid the
grow.
mistakes.
Yeah, avoid
just
the
to
mistake,
and
yeah.
grow. That's why I tell people all the time. I say I can never tell you what's gonna work, bro. But I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I have a lot of experience in that, bro.
Bang,
For
bang.
real, I do have. I can tell you everything of what is not gonna work out in life because the things I've tried. I've had some marginal success, like flash in the pan, but now, dude, I'm steady crying.
But bro, 1% a day, man. That's what someone told me. That was like 1%. Hold on, let me Google this real quick. 1% a day improvement compounded. 1% a day compounded a year. Okay, so basically, someone told me this in early sobriety, and I had to double check it. But it said, basically said, if you earned 1% a day, you end up with like a 3,000% annual return, right?
Really?
Which is like crazy because it's compounded. It's like every day that I don't fuck my life up, right, is a day that I'm successful. The definition of success is preservation of that which you have achieved. And every day you don't fuck up, you're preserving what you've achieved.
Wow.
So you're successful. You know what I mean? So like, no joke, just those small steps daily make big fucking waves, bro.
Yeah, man, that hit me hard when you just said that.
because
that felt good.
I reckon I resonate with that because I wake up every day. I don't future trip. I worry about today. I get up. I have 24 hours, and
Right.
today I'm not going to use no matter what because I have the tools not to use.
You got to wake up and pay the rent, dog.
Dude, that's it. I gotta wake up, pay the rent, and that shit is due every day. He wants his money. He want that money to pay
I
that
fucking
man.
love you, dude.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay the rent every day, bro.
Yeah.
And I do, bro. Every day I try to help somebody. I call my sponsor. I call my sponsor. He's call me. I try to help the dudes at work. Like I become a better worker now too. I just do my boss. I don't give him flack. I just do it, even though I fucking
Yeah,
don't
you got to
like
bite
it.
your tongue sometimes.
That was my biggest problem. dude,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I tell you how it should go and how I feel about it.
Right.
And if you don't like it, don't really care, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you got, when you're working for someone that knows what the fuck they're doing,
you gotta shut the fuck up and
you
listen.
gotta shut the fuck up.
right
Yeah.
here, I
know.
had to learn that too. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like we got to,
Totally. I understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
But at the end of the day, okay, so I want to hear some stories, bro. Okay, so what's the gnarliest thing you've fucking experienced, like seen in sobriety? Like, you know what I mean? It could be like a 12-step call you rolled up on some fucking kid that was all twacked up and like, or like someone called you, or like, what's just the gnarliest
I can tell you one living in my house, dude. I had a guy come home all messed up, dude, and he was telling that Elon Musk put a chip in his head. And,
nice.
no kidding.
Oh yeah, that he was here. Elon was telling him to go fuck his sister and,
Oh, wow.
and kill the president, and that he needed soldiers to start the next revolution.
Or are you going to be a
Wow.
soldier?
No, I sat down and told him. I said, "Oh, is that what's happening, bud?" He's like,
How old
yeah.
was he?
22.
Oh, wow, youngster.
no.
Yeah, he was
shit.
about it too.
thought
He
he was
was
gonna
all
be a veteran.
he was all with it. He's like, I was sent by Christ too, because I'm the next prophet to fight.
What
the
kind of
enemy."
drugs was he on?
Oh, the meth, bro.
God.
He
He was
was
on
he
meth.
was a shard pirate.
And then
dude.
what happened to him?
What happened to him?
Yeah.
I asked him. Said we had a nice little conversation in front of everybody.
Okay.
And then sorry about that. Then I'm like, hey man. He's like, I'll pee in a cup right now. I said, we'll get to that. I said, we'll get to that.
You know what's so funny is that a person that's actively on drugs is so willing to pee in a cup.
Yeah. Then I said, okay, cool. He's like, after we got through, he'd tell me the whole thing about Elon Musk and how he's a prophet and he needs soldiers. So I said, okay, now I need you to pee in the cup, dog.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I will. As soon as I come back from this excursion, I have to go do. They're calling me
my-
right now. I said, no, we're doing this right now.
Nice.
He's like, no, I'm out. I'm like, yeah, you're out, dude.
You're out,
So just unpack your shit.
What happened to him now? Do you ever follow up on these people?
I see him here and there.
Okay,
Around.
I like following up. Like sometimes I'll have like a random thought of this guy. Like the other day I had a thought of this guy named Adele that used to work for me. And like I was like, dude, I need to check on this guy. Like he's been out. Like he's been out for like 2 years. And I
Right.
found out that he passed away. It was like heartbreaking, right? But like I just go through these like I'll like something will remind me of someone, you know, and then I'll like need to go check on them just because I want to see, like, I always want to make myself available and be like, hey, just checking on you. Hey, like I do that with a lot of people, you know, and it's mostly just because like I've had so many people fucking die. It's not like I care about them like family or whatever. It's just more so that like no one else is probably checking up on them.
Right. I feel the same way. There's about a handful of dudes that I've seen that I knew from rehab and into the houses that I'll shoot him a text here and there. I'm like, hey man, everything's good? He's like, yeah, I'm doing much better now. I'm saying, you sober? He's like, off and on. I'm like, all right, dude, whenever you're ready.
You can always tell the ones that aren't
dude.
doing that good too when they just like send you like a paragraph back of all the shit that they got going on. And
Yeah,
they're
it's
just
all
like,
it's all
"Ugh."
lies.
Yeah,
It's all lies.
They're just trying to like fucking like put a shield up between you. But like the reality is even if you're not fucking sober and you're out there and you know someone in your family or your friend group is struggling with alcoholism or addiction, like please check up on them. Like
Right.
even
Yeah.
if you don't,
That
like,
one little text of like, hey,
one
how are you
text
doing?
lets
It
them
will
know.
let them know.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, life's worth living. Like, it literally costs you nothing to be a decent human being.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And if you
bro.
don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Just say, I'm
Right
checking
bef-
on you. I'm thinking about you. That's all you got to say. If you got someone in your life you're worried about, I'm just checking on you. I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty.
good.
That's good because right before I went to rehab, I gave myself the bye shot, right? And I'm like, I'm
going to G.
gonna go meet the man, or
Yeah.
I'm going to rehab. So I filled that thing out then, gave myself the old the 1-2 bye. I shot myself up. I passed out. Met the Grim Reaper. Told me, I shook his hand. It was cold, man. Cold like a polar bear's toenail, bro. And
Oh, no.
and then I woke up high, dude. And then I started sending out massive texts of just random anything. And then my buddy that I haven't seen in 3 years pops up at my house. And he's like, hey, man, you all right? I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, I'm good. He's like, you're coming with me right now.
Oh, dude, I have so many
then
messages from like tweakers that like, that, like are trying to get
Dude,
sober.
he took me
You're
to
bringing-
Ocala, bro, and I detoxed in his house, dude. And
Oh,
it was
shit.
bad, bro. And then when I got back, he bought me clothes and everything, and food. And then I got back to town, and then 2 days later, I went to Epic, and that's that's when I started on my journey. And I was there,
That's
dude.
heavy.
Yeah, dude. And then that was my third time trying to go there because the first time I went there, I was kicked out 12 hours later because again, I'm an angry person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
we
like, I
can't
don't.
tame this guy.
Yeah, Tasmanian devil come walking in, dude. And I was doing it for other things. I was trying to keep DCF off my back, dude.
Right.
I'm like, fine, I'll go do it, whatever you want. I got there, and they're like, well, you can't leave because I melted the cup when I got there. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm like, I got pee in a cup. They're like, of course. I'm like, no, I got to do this for this. He's like, pee in the cup. I'm like, man, are y'all gonna tell my DCF worker? They're like, of course. So I'm like, man. So I peed in it. I popped for everything. And then I'm like, okay. And then I woke up I'm not having this, dude.
Yeah.
And I just lost it I'm like, let me out of here right now. They're like, you can't do that. You have to be here because you're blah, blah. I said, no, I'm going to be out. I'm saying, y'all don't let me out or I'm going to kick this door off his hinges.
Yeah.
I promise you I'm leaving. And then they're like, no. So I got in all the males' faces and threatened them. And then they locked me in the doctor's office. They said, you can go. Gave me my stuff, locked me in the doctor's office. And then I was like, what? And then my caseworker came and he told them to lock me in there until we got there.
Shit.
And then he snapped on me. I'm thankful for that, man. I love that man to this day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because he was the only one that gave a shit when I didn't even care no more. And it was funny. I seen him about a couple months ago. I was walking into my daddy-daughter dance, dude. And he was DJing.
Oh, no
and Gave me a
shit.
shout out, dude. He was the only man that gave a shit when no one else cared. And he didn't have to. You know what I mean? I was just another case to him. But there's something in him, man. We clicked and he saw something and he wouldn't give up on me, bro. And
Those are the real heroes right there.
he's a hero, bro.
Yeah.
He's a hero in my story. He's one of the biggest. You know what I mean? He wouldn't give up on me, dude. And yeah,
awesome.
and then I finally ended up going to rehab. I did residential. I was in there for like 35 days. He was coming down there every other day because I was losing my shit. And they're like, you got to control this guy. They're like, he'd come down there and he'd check me. He come down there and check me.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was right and they were fucking wrong. And he always had my daughter in front of my face, dude. And it's like, do it for your kid, do it for your kid. And I finally just did it. You know, I just gave in. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I did it now. Now I was like that burnt up little chicken, dude, but now I'm like a phoenix rising from the ashes, bro. Just soaring through the sky of sobriety.
Yeah. Dude, sorry, I'm just looking for this message from this guy that I knew named Michael that was like fucking twacked out of his mind. And
Yeah.
he'd send me like blueprints and shit that he drew up for like space shuttles and fucking like just the gnarliest.
Those are the best, dude.
Like shit that I did. Like, but then you look at them and they're actually like some of the shit makes sense, man. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking wild to me, dude. It's fucking wild. Okay, hold on. We got 10 minutes left real quick. Hold on. Let me tell this motherfucker I'll call him back. Okay, dope. So you got sober, you got your fucking life together, you got your kid back in your life, you're giving back to other fucking people, you feel like a success, which you fucking are because you're preserving what you fucking achieved.
Well, y'all tell me this. I don't feel like success, dude.
Well, I know I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't
everybody
either. I feel
keeps
like
telling
a
like y'all
loser.
keep telling me all the time, like you doing this, y'all.
That's another thing. We need to tell each other that your boys are successes. If you're fucking normal out there, you probably don't feel like success. I don't care how much fucking money you have. You probably feel like a loser in some sense of your fucking life. I do quite often. I can't communicate well. Oh, I don't follow up with people that well. I focus on all the negative shit. Right. And like one of the things in my mind is like the only thing I can control is that voice in my fucking head. And that fucking voice is going to be my friend come hell or high water. I'm going to turn that voice into a fucking cheerleader for my thoughts.
Right.
Right. Not telling me what I can't do or what I'm doing wrong or pointing out all my fucking missteps. It's going to be my fucking friend, dude. So I've been working on that lately. You're a winner. It's going good. But you need other people to tell you. That's why I think we're so successful here, is because we tell each other we're also fragile, and then we tell each other.
I'm very fragile, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I might put up a good charade, but inside I'm just sometimes a scared little boy.
You just need to be told you're a winner
sometimes.
Yeah,
that's all.
Go for it. That's what I need to be told sometimes. Is fucking go for it, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, that's what I tell my sponsors all the time. I'm like, dude, you just do the work, bro. I'm gonna tell you cheat code. This is what you do. You call me every day and do the fucking work.
Cheat code, dude.
That's how it gets done. It's the only way it's gonna get done.
Okay, what was the hustle that you had when you were out there buying drugs? Like, how'd you get your money? How'd you make your money?
Selling drugs.
Oh, okay, tight. So you were selling drugs to get drugs. What drugs did you sell? What was the best drug that you were able to sell?
Well, I started selling cocaine and crack when I was a kid.
Crack. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, what else? What was this? What else?
Towards the end, it was meth.
Oh, okay, that's wild. Did you okay. Did you like meet with like bikers and like do biker crank and all that stuff?
When I was younger in my 20s, I met with a lot of bikers selling coke.
Selling coke.
Yeah.
Did they just like ride through town and then like throw it out of their satchel and they were wearing?
I go beat them at compounds or a bar.
Who's the guy that sings "Every Rose Has Its Thorn"? What's his name?
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels. I just imagine a biker like with a bandana on his head, wearing
Some of
like
them
a
had that.
leather fucking sleeveless like vest, and then he has no shirt on, and he's a little bit sweaty, and he's got some like hay stuck to his arms and shit because he just rode through like a fucking back road because he didn't want to take the freeway because then he's gonna get pulled over by cops.
No.
And then he fucking pulls up into like a gas station. He has this like little leather satchel that's like studded, and then he pulls out like a manila folder or like a little manila envelope that's all taped all janky with like zip, like, you know, whatever, and then he just like throws it at you and he says like, have the money by Tuesday, and then you're stressing, and then off into the wind he rides, and then every rose has its thorn.
Yeah, sometimes it was like not like that, but sometimes I was the one delivering it to them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I used to have like a bike. I never met with bikers or did business with bikers when I was out there, but like I had like a group that like tried to meet me and buy like pills with fake money. They're like, oh, we'll pay you 10 times as much, but it's going to be in fake money. And I was like, I'm not into that game. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, thank God I wasn't high enough to be like, this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, smart enough to be like,
you're
fuck
thinking
that
ahead
idea.
because you would have to use that fake
You'd
money.
have to go use that. And then when you use that shit, like, dude, you get fucked up.
All right.
Yeah, you do.
You get fucked up. You either get the Secret Service up in your ass, or you get fucked up by the guy you spent it with. And there's no winners in that situation.
No. I remember one time I pissed off a bar full of bikers. That was really fun.
And what they do, just stomp you down?
No, dude. We all followed outside. I was on a 2-day bender, me and my 2 buddies, and I walked into the bar drinking. There was like midday. You know, I mean, no one's really in there besides them. There's a whole line of bikers out front.
Where was this?
Keystone Heights.
Oh, Keystone Heights is a very good biker. You know what I do like about bikers is they call their women their old lady.
Old lady and the mouse.
I love
the
old
mouse.
lady.
The mouse is the shared house mouse. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got a house mouse. I just like saying, oh, that's my old lady.
That,
You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
that's the one you don't touch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't touch the old lady.
You don't
dude.
touch the old lady.
You gotta
That's my old
respect
lady.
that.
Yeah,
I
so-
missed that show. What was that show? That was
Sons
like,
of Anarchy?
Sons of Anarchy,
It's
dude.
pretty good, dude.
Such a
Pretty
great
dope.
fucking show. I'm gonna rewatch it.
You should.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
know what I mean?
Okay, so back to your fucked up stories, dude. Let's hear some fucked up stories. Okay, so you were selling crack on the corner. Did you really have a corner?
No, I had trap houses.
Did you carry guns?
Yes.
Oh, what kind?
My favorite was a 45.
Okay, nice. And did
Yeah.
you ever have to use it?
Yes.
Did you ever put it in your own mouth?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
But but guns. I had a truck and I was down in the bar, and as I pissed all these bikers off, I was in there and I pissed off, I guess, their head guy, because I was over in the corner drinking, and my buddies are playing pool, and this big guy keeps staring at me, dude, and I'm drunk and I'm on one, and then
Did you like blow him a kiss?
no, dude, I asked dude if he kept staring at me. I asked him if he wanted to fuck me or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
that's
Yeah, that's how you
worse.
piss someone
Oh,
off.
I pissed him off.
You blow him a
But-
kiss,
but
you
I
ask him
was
if they
so
wanna
drunk
fuck
and out of my
you.
mind. I wasn't, because I wasn't scared of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm standing nose. This dude's towering over me. I'm nose to nose with the guy. I'm like, you want to fuck me or something? He's like, what? I'm like, you heard what I said. You know what I'm saying? Curly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's bald-headed, dude. He's like, why you say this? I'm like, you keep staring like you want to fuck me. You got a problem or something, bro?
Yeah.
And not me, nose to me. Behind me, everybody's standing up. And they're
Oh,
walking,
yeah, you pissed off the wrong
and they're
one.
walking towards me. And,
Oh,
my,
wow.
and my two cousins are like, oh.
You fell into the trap. They
Yeah.
were looking for trouble, and you fucking went into
Oh,
the
I was right
trap,
there. I
dude.
was
You're
right
the
here,
mouse
dude.
trap.
I was, dude. And then they're like, calm down. So I run outside. They all fall out. I'm out front, throwing my hands up. I'm like, walk right here. I'm pacing back and forth like a pit bull. I said, get right here. I'm knocking one of y'all the fuck out. I swear to God. And my buddy's like throwing me back, begging, like, please don't kill this kid. You know what I
And
mean?
then what happened? Did you get in a fight or no?
No, they threw me in my truck, and that's when I gripped my gun and started to shoot off in the
Oh,
air.
in the
you
air.
waited till you started riding away.
Oh,
to
that's
shoot
good.
at
No,
you.
they threw me in the truck to get me away from them because they're fitting to shoot us.
Well,
Oh,
one thing
yeah.
I think
And so
bars,
my gun was in the truck.
I think bars should be allowed to have like a tranquilizer dart gun. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
was
mean?
the
'Cause
prime.
they're guys
I was the
like
prime
you.
candidate.
Yeah,
I was the prime
And it's
candidate
like,
for
okay,
that.
let's stop
They used
the
to call
fight
me-
and let's trank this boy.
Yeah.
You
They
know
used to
what I
call
mean?
me Mayday when I was younger, dude.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
it was going down, bro.
Mayday.
Like, Mayday's here, dude. And
That's a good one.
When he showed up, that was my hide, bro. And who knows what's gonna happen with that guy?
Oh, I love the sound of the rain.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the greatest thing ever, man. That's why I'm here today.
It's beautiful.
It's a new
Got
beginning,
that
man.
tin roof,
Beautiful.
baby.
Okay, cool. So back to this. Has actually been a great fucking episode.
Yeah,
Truth.
I'm
like we haven't gotten too degenerate with it. It hasn't been like it's not a roller coaster. It's been a solid fucking trajectory, and
I'm
I'm really
glad you're
proud of
happy
you.
with
What
this,
do-
man.
can we ask him what if you had a free lapse day?
Oh yeah, what would you
Yeah.
do if you were gonna get high? You got one day a year to get high, right? What would it be? What would you do? Where would
Yeah,
you
I
do
gotta
it?
keep
Who
it
would you do it
clean.
with?
Oh, you could do.
No, you can be dirty as you
Yeah,
want.
what are you
I want you to
doing?
be descriptive.
Yeah.
Exactly where you're at, what you're wearing, what does your fucking breath smell like, what kind of drugs are you doing,
Oh,
how much
dude.
are you fucking
Who are you
doing,
with?
what are you buying, where are you buying it? Like,
If I had a free lapse day,
yeah.
I'm definitely waking up in the Bahamas somewhere.
Okay.
So I love the Caribbean,
Tight.
and I'm eating acid off rip.
Okay.
And blowing a couple lines of that Peruvian pink flake. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
And then that's how we're kicking this off, dude.
Okay, dope. And then what happened? What are you
And
wearing?
I'm wearing some Versace slippers and some Versace
Robe?
house. Definitely robe. I'm a Versace whore.
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay, tight.
So, and some house shorts and maybe in my villa.
Okay,
And
how much drugs do you have
No
on you
shirt
that
on.
day?
Oh, no shirt on, dude.
Okay.
No, with the glasses
The
on.
Versace glasses.
Gotta have them, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta- I need a Medusa, baby. In my
Yeah,
life.
Medusa hit on me like I'm Illuminati.
Yeah. So, and then I got a good all the good stuff. Weed sure to come down, but we definitely got some cocaine.
Okay.
And we got some a variety of alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a little bit of pills.
You look like a cognac drinker.
No,
Or
I
XO,
have
VSOP.
You
I
look
will
like a
drink.
hypnotic.
I will drink. The Incredible Hulk is the best. You know what I'm saying? That's what I turned into sometimes.
Okay.
And,
And then so what kind of pills you talking?
we're talking all the good ones, man. Some maybe some
OC80s?
OC80s. Yeah,
Oh,
understand?
bro.
There he is. He is
The
smoking
green
flango.
boy.
Yeah,
dog.
I'm saying, those
I wanted to
shits.
get a tattoo that said OC87 because I was born in 87. You were
Nice.
born in 86, 85.
4.
Oh, so you could get OC84.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought about getting
I need an OC88.
EST80. I thought about getting EST84 on my chest.
Yeah, that's very Palaka.
That's very Florida.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm born and raised in Miami,
right.
Florida, bro. That's just what it
Okay,
is.
so you be doing the pills, you be doing it, and then,
Well, I'm tripping balls now.
yeah, you're tripping balls.
You know what I mean?
Who are you with? You by yourself?
Well, It depends. If I'm gonna do it, I want to do it with the people that I want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
What about like a little like Chinese butler that like just has like a bowl cut and like he just says yes sir on everything and just brings you whatever you want, and then you have him running around.
I remember the cabana boy that just keep bringing me stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Or like a robot.
Yeah.
Okay, tight.
Yeah, like little
R2D2.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Like
that,
an
that little
R2D2 with a
Mexican's
plate,
rolling around. You know
with
what I'm
a
saying?
plate on his dome, and then like
Yeah.
you can literally stay still, and R2D2 like drives under you, so you don't need to move your nose when you're doing the vacuum.
No,
yeah.
because the
You know
fun
what I
part
mean?
of me was chopping up the line. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Okay, you could
it's
chop
very-
it up, but like you don't have to move your head anymore. Like
Oh, okay,
R2D2
yeah.
just drives under you.
Right.
You know what
got
I
it.
mean?
I get it. Just like, meow.
Boom. And maybe he has like a little blower in him too, and he just like blows it up in your nose. You know, R2D2.
And drinking whiskey, man. I love whiskey.
Okay.
And hanging out, drinking.
So you're
maybe
just gonna
some
drink all day, pop pills, take acid, do cocaine.
No, I'm gonna go hang out. I'll go by the water, get on some jet skis, bro, and go.
Oh
and just
wow!
go
So you're gonna be
rake-
an active person.
Oh yeah, go.
Yeah, you ain't sitting still.
I
Got
can't
it.
sit still because I'm tripping balls and I'm high on cocaine.
And you're in the
So,
Bahamas.
I'm in the beautiful.
Did you ever do drugs while you were in jail?
Actually, one guy smuggled in weed one time, and he threw it up, and we dried it out, and we smoked it.
It was like fresh picked weed, like you just found it on the road or some shit.
No, he was no. This guy, while I was doing a bid in the county jail. This was before I went to prison.
So how'd you have to dry it up? It was like wet.
Yeah.
How do you? Oh, from his butt.
No, I threw it up.
Oh, he ate the weed and threw up the
Threw it
weed, and you guys fucking
Ooh.
smoked stomach acid laced marijuana.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all right.
I would have done it too.
I
in
met
jail.
Jesus, dad.
Yeah,
I met Jesus, dad.
Yeah, I was doing a year bid in Ocala.
Oh wow, yeah, a year in county's tough.
Sucks, dude.
That's the
Sucks,
worst.
bro.
State is it. That's the
Yeah,
move.
that's why I went, man. I'm like, let's get up there. Let's get up the road.
I was
Let's
told
go.
myself because like I was just always so used to doing bad things, and I was like, if I ever do another crime again, I'm just gonna cross state lines so that I can get into the most posh place possible. But now today, it's like I just love my life, and
Yeah, I
and
just don't want to do nothing wrong.
I don't want to do anything wrong, and you know what? I'm afraid to lose my good life today.
Dude, I'm afraid. Yes, I couldn't say it better than this because I've worked so hard to get the little bit I have.
Yeah.
And I know it's still coming. More's coming to me because
dude,
because
at
I'm
2
not
years,
scared.
it's like a waterfall. It
Dude,
starts
I have a
all coming.
license for the first time in 14 years because I finally paid off all my court fines.
That's beautiful.
Because I've had the money 4 or 5 times over, but I just wouldn't do it because I was so against the man and fuck the police.
And
You know
I was,
what mean?
I'm always worried about like handling court shit too, because I'm like, what if they find something else?
Yeah,
What if they get me for
that
something
too,
else?
because dude, I had to pay 3 different counties off because they kept finding other things. I'm
Yeah.
like, I forgot about some of these things, dude.
I'm
I'm like,
going
what? I
through,
did
like,
what?
Yeah, licensing process now, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, what about this time you got pulled over with weed? I was like, I don't remember that, dude.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Dude, I was talking to a old friend of mine that he brought this memory up to me that he's only been arrested 2 times in his life, and one time was with me, and I totally forgot about us being arrested. And he's like, I'll never forget what you told the cop when we got arrested. He's like, it's like what I say. He's like, he told the cop right in his face, he said, "Fuck you, pig. I'll be out in the morning. Let's go."
Wow, you're naughty.
I'm like, no. He's
That's
like,
a
well,
naughty
you're out in the
comment.
morning though. I'm like, yeah, 'cause I had bond money, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was never really like that disrespectful to police because like I always thought I like held this like weird hope that maybe they'll be able to get me out, but it's never the police that like have any fucking say. It's the
No, it's the
goddamn
judge.
DA.
It's a DA and the judge.
DA and the
Dude,
judge.
everybody, time you're already in there, your case is already discussed, and they already know what you're getting bonded.
You're not getting bonded, like you're not getting OR'd because the police.
No.
It's a goddamn computer system designed by the fucking DA and the fucking court.
Yeah.
Like you're fucked. Like, and I'm not saying be a dick to the cop because then they're
No,
gonna treat
now,
you poorly.
dude, I'm the most respectful to the police and to all the people of authority now,
Yeah.
and I was the very polar opposite.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Now I'm
And
like, thank
people
you.
Say that's like cowardly. I'm like,
No.
fuck you, dude.
I
These
show
people-
respect to people that protect me, man.
Yeah,
I want to help
exactly.
them out. They are do the job, bro.
And the
That's all
reason they're dicks is because of the disrespect in the first place.
because of the dicks
Yeah.
and disrespect.
The
from
amount of dicks they
Encounter.
encounter on
Yeah.
a daily.
Dude,
yeah,
that's what
people are like
surpasses-
commenting
yeah.
like, oh, like we interviewed a sheriff and he's
Who
a
cares?
fucking cool dude.
That was dope, man.
He's
That
a
was-
good dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
Like-
out here trying to protect the community that I live in. That my
Yeah.
daughter is playing. I'm like, well, come on, man. I want more, dude. I live
And
in a neighborhood with
he's
5 cops around me.
recovery, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo,
gets it.
like, you know, you could fucking say all you want. Like, every one of us has fucking flaws. But, like, when it comes to fucking wanting to make this place better, complaining won't make it fucking better.
Nah, how about
dude.
you shut the fuck up and do something
Shut the
about it?
fuck
Right,
up
and one
and
of
go
my biggest
do something.
one of my biggest resentments was towards law
too.
enforcement. And,
Me too.
and then I take a step back. I'm like, well, they wouldn't have fucked with me unless I was.
I gave them a reason
fucking
to.
up, you know what I mean?
Like, I live in a neighborhood now with 4 cops around me, dude, and I'm like, one just moved in down the block from us. I'm like,
Yeah.
bring them, keep going, because that means my neighborhood's safe,
Right.
and my daughter can ride up around on the bicycle and the roller skates.
Oh, how times have
and,
changed.
and then,
you know?
yeah, before I'd be like, oh god damn, the cops are
Yeah.
here, dude. I can't. They're kicking in my door. I don't want
Right.
that. But now I'm like, thank you. I wanted to bake some cookies for them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There you go. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Totally. Well, dude, EJ, thanks for fucking running this, man.
I'm finally glad that we got a chance to do this, man.
Bro, I really,
Yeah,
really,
same.
I'm like,
I love
thanks,
you,
man.
dude.
I
I
love
thought
you
it was
too,
gonna
bud.
be super degenerate and just like really like nasty and fucking, you know. But like the truth is, I'm really glad it went this way because like you have so much that you're doing for like the fucking world, and
I'm
you should
just-
be proud of that, bro.
I'm
And
just
AA
doing
works.
Well, AA does work,
Right.
And, I'm just doing what somebody told me to do. I'm just following some directions, and then hopefully somebody else does the same thing after that.
That's awesome.
That's how it works, man. That's how I'm staying sober.
Bro.
Help somebody else. And all I have is 24 hours. I have today.
Yeah,
That's a
dog.
good pitch.
That's it, man. That's all I have today.
Fuck
Shit-face
yeah,
sober,
EJ.
dude.
Thank you,
Shitface
bro.
sober, dude. Thank you guys for
Shitface sober.
watching,
Thank you.
supporting, follow us, share it. I don't fucking care. The truth is that if you know somebody fucking struggling with this
Come on.
shit, like fucking
Call
normalize
me.
this shit, have them come on the Shitface sober page. Come on the Shitface
Yeah,
sober
man.
face.
Oh,
We're doing it.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.